This is an Isaiah LibriVox recording of Isaiah's Epistle to the Gentiles, or more commonly called Isaiah's Letter to the Nations. The book may only be available on Amazon via the link provided. Thank you for listening. Time is scarcely at hand. Isaiah's Epistle, the first collection of writings, the words of Isaiah's blessing. Chapter 1. The words of Isaiah's blessing. These are the words of the blessing of Isaiah, wherewith he was blessed, elect, and just, living in the day of tribulation, renouncing and denouncing all the wicked and godless, unto whom it is unbeknownst the hastening of times and seasons, yea, even the very season nigh of the great ingathering, when chaff before the flame sovereignly are ordered for utter removal, whereas it is even the time of the great grape harvest, when good and evil art of age ripened and ready to be reaped. Isaiah, a chosen and elect witness of Yahuwah Adonai, who unto Elohim shall answer and speak, giving this account, concerneth all which he saw take place. Yea, whilst the eyes of his Ruach were yet open, to see in the Ruach, by the Ruach, this a holy vision, that which Yahuwah Adonai Tsevaoth alone revealed to me, from whence saw I all things, appertaineth what I wouldst later understand, seeing dimly as also in fullness an end of all flesh. Yea, that which will not take place in a generation which is to succeed at a distant period, but yea, instead, for this final one, on account of Yasharel, Yah's true elect. Upon our account proceeded I to write. And yea, whilst conversing with him, I took up a parable, as touching solemnity mine express similitude. This a doxology, yea, even appertaineth Yahuwah ha-nilcham v'ha menatzeach tamid al-oivav, which by interpretation is the Lord, the Almighty to save, who prevails and treads forever over all his adversaries. He who shall soon depart from his lofty, majestic throne, he who, seated betwixt the cherubim, shall come down from his high, holy habitation to pay tribute by untimely visitation his league. He who in great zeal, yea, even for his holy namesake, shall place upon all sinners the open spectacle of righteous judgment, the just rebuke, that he mayest quench the fierce flames of his raging and righteous indignation, that by the slaying of his sword he mightest utterly upbraid and uproot all rebellious who seek to withstand in futility as confederate against him, yea, that by unquenchable fire he may settle all accounts and bring disquietment to all the onlookers thereof, and that he may ease himself of all adversaries, wherein he alone in that day is crowned, Melech Melachim Va'adon Adonim, Yahusha El Shaddai, that is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the originator and maker of all players, the onlookers, the league, and all they that do contend therein. He who very shortly hereafter will tread upon the high places of the league, appear with his most mighty hosts, a select elect, namely the elite company of his overcoming all-stars, and be made manifest in the might of his great power from on high. All are horribly afraid at this. The onlookers are also burdened with the burdensome stone. For in that day, saith Yahweh Tzebaoth, shall it be revealed unto them as the rock of offence, unto the offence which encompasseth, yea, wholly gathered round about, and is set also a cup of much fear and great trembling. As for the elect, who of the league wilt be besieged, shall the Lord make himself known unto them as their rock of defence, and lo, a great staggering shall seize all onlookers, even unto the very ends of the league. For the lights hath gone out, their bulbs too art withdrawn, of any fluorescent shining. Thus the entire league loudly waileth. For behold, the Lord uttereth his thunderous voice with a great and tumultuous shout. The high rims bow down humbly before him, and at his command each and every rim and backboard are, yea, wholly rent asunder. The entire league is astonished at this, yea, even overtaken at all the residual calamities thereof, which as birth pangs in short succession, without escape, quickly cometh upon them. For all that therein is doth come to naught, and becometh as though they hadst not been, and fierce rebuke cometh upon all, even upon all players, coaches, referees, and the commissioner thereof. For the Lord doth enter into judgment with them, even as he entereth in unto Jerusalem, in unto his holy courts, therein the set apart borders of Yasharel. For in that day shall he rule with a rim's rod of iron, yea, even forever and ever in the majesty of his great glory. And then shall the Lord inherit all, and that which rightfully is his own will he make fully satiate and abundantly bless, unto the end that the splendour of him shall forever shine. Yea, even as he brightly shineth thereupon his elect ones. The final fruit. Chapter 2. Moreover, there was a war in the league. Michael and his team battled against the serpent, and the Mamba waged war with his team, but he prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in the league for him. And the serpent was defeated, that black serpent, as is named also Kobe or Mamba out, which in the Hebrew tongue is called the supplanting serpent. He who leadeth all his followers downward with him, deep in unto the heart of the pit. Then wherefore hast thou said in thine heart, I shall ascend above the top of the league, I shall exalt my throne above all the all-stars of the Lord. For thou hast said, I shall sit enthroned upon the mount of Rushmore, beyond the clouds, up above the host of the stars, inducted there into the hall of fame, engraved in like manner thereupon memory lane. Yea, I shall descend above the heights of the league's greatest. I shall be like the Most High. I shall be like the Lord. Yea, I shall be Most High. Yet hast thou been brought down to hell, thither to the sides of the pit. For lo, I beheld Mamba out. Didst he hiss with an exceeding great hissing, thus saying unto his seed, Indeed, indeed, my very seed, it hath come to pass, that the woman and her seed hath sacrificed us. To the flames of perdition at once we hath bust. In separate chambers of darkness do I likewise lament the exchange for greatness. Indeed I do repent, never to return, whereby I cry, Mamba out, Mamba out. Lord, I do repent. Why, oh why, didst I not hearken within? Now as I wail in anguish doth also mine conscience languish with open confession, the meaninglessness of my most desired profession. In the first manner do I also confess, as in John 1:20, denying not, but wholeheartedly confessing it was not worth it. The MBA lie whereby I cried, O thou Most High, again I shall fly above the stars of God, even thy great and mighty hill. Yet in the year of his 24, hardened I also mine stiff-necked heart, as in the day of the final visitation lays mine final memory, that memory being the rim and backboard wholly rent asunder, as in the days of Dawkins, as also afore Connie Hawkins didst I also foresee from the rugged terrain of Mount Mutombo, which set forth as a stumbling block, swatting left and right as a rock of defence. For only thou knowest, Lord, surely he had none offence, yet the dream triumphed over Kareem, with or without magic, setting forth an ensample of unmatched footwork, as David too went dancing down the lane of the league's final defeat. And as in the days of the round mound of rebound, so shalt there be men of old, likewise renown. So too didst he suffer the defeat as the playoff series began to drown. Behold the dream, who being fervently non-assuming, the defence wondering next which hand waist looming, the most trustworthy teammate asked Chuck or Kenny. In like manner, Shaq or Penny, well, lo, I do not lie, not Shaq nor Penny, thus lied I again. For lo, as down below I am the penny, someone please help my burning soul. I do beg, for I am the penny, for the pride of my heart hath deceived me. Shaq, come save me. O thou useless slobber, deflecting the blame as unto a thief and a robber. Now in sorrow and in pain doth the woman travail, just to bring forth what would throw me in jail. After death, indeed, is the judgment. The worst of it all is what shall pursue me next. Just as the 13th day of 20 and 1/2 passed, didst the widow too pass, and with prayer, fasting, and holy oblations did she accomplish the plan to raise up the man. I indeed cannot stand, for he shall be known as the Lamb over all the league, thus the God of Larry B, because mine attempt to make exempt any conversation, for greatest of all time is the ceiling as the floor. In the same manner his sealing the ceiling which knoweth no end. Then didst the Ruach Yahuwah depart me out of Sheol immediately, as the serpent spake his final words, and heard I from afar off thus what was said, as Michael brought me out of perdition unto earth. Whereas Kobe also cried, I dropped the mic indeed, yea, because I have sold up and likewise sold out. Who shall dish the assist? And with the game of games on the line unto judgment day, O Andrew Bynum, thou shalt indeed repay. For it is thy determination to see sinners repay the meet reward, just like opening day, whereby thou sayest, O thou black mamba, lo, behold, I am they. For I beheld thy wounded right hand, yet believed it not. How foolish of me, for by thy right hook Leviathan's caught. If for no other reason of the Ruach art thou taught, my soul is sold unto the left hand of thought. The league this day unto all humanity be known, by the black serpent shall all players fail, following my footsteps steep down this jail. The league soon shall no blacks be allowed, as by I mamba out, never back allowed. Yet behold, it is, for that is it, shall I wail in these uttermost parts, O humanity, not to come hither, hell's flaming prison bars. What looms is next, the final fruit. Thus, in my forbidden abiding, hath I made the lake of fire mine everlasting abode, the just recompense, for it is exactly that. Yea, help pluck this helicopter out of the burn, for yea, he burns me with the word which is Yahusha HaMashiach, from whence are what hell's flames doth kindle me too burned. Help, my soul have I given up as unto a temporary holding place, which being of everlasting naught, the sacrificial father of the money exchangers, that very temple of wickedness as abomination dangers, my eternal hopelessness is all the more increased, lest I should have decreased to reap the hope of increase. So here is the story of once championship glory. O earth, earth, hear me, in words cannot justly display its glory, Isaiah's parabolic similitude. Chapter 3. Then continued Isaiah his express similitude, thus saying, for appertaineth to the hierarchy, Isaiah Thomas is the Lamb of the NBA. Isaiah Lord Thomas the third hath both glorified it and will glorify it again. Michael is, as his archangel, a servant attending on the right hand, for Lord foreknew he would not go left. In the beginning, the Lord made all things NBA, that the all-stars of NBA hosts would do his bidding. Now the black serpent, which is as unto the devil and Satan, he who fell from greatness, as he attempted to get to the very top, that being above the all-stars of God, thus waged he war against Michael, according to the process of new season, as at the beginning of the year 1996, as to see whose league it truly belongeth to. Yet here also is what he found. Now there was a day when the heirs of their Lord came to present themselves before Lord Thomas, and the member came also among them to present himself before him. And Lord Thomas said unto the black serpent, From whence comest thou? And Kobe answered and said, From going to and fro in the league, and from scouting up and down in it. And Lord Thomas said unto him, Hast thou considered my servant Michael, that there is none like him in all the league, a perfect and an outstanding player, one that revereth me, and one that escheweth going left, and still he holdeth fast the integrity of his game, although thou movedst me against him to injure him without cause. And the member answered and said, MVP trophy for MVP trophy, yea. All that an NBA player hath will he give for an NBA championship, but put forth thine hand now, and flagrantly foul him, and he will mock thee to thy face. And Lord Thomas said unto the black serpent, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save thou his career. So went Kobe forth from the presence of Lord Thomas, and Michael was tempted to only go left according to the word of the Lord. That which is symbolically called the manual on Michael, as in this realm most prominently. For is it not written therein, the playbook according to Jordan rules? The 13th year journeyman. Chapter 4. Moreover, found under the heavens is there also another also true sorrow of similar sorts. What if I told thee the most underappreciated and unrecognized of their field oftentimes are without honour by the very ones to whom they were sent? And in him they seek for fault where there is none, and where there is strength it is made of none effect. Where there is weakness they glorify in it, that by juxtaposition their inherent flaws art kept in the covert. So they glorify me not to prosper, but they glory in the day as of mine defeat. The defence and the offence are as one body against me. It is as a game of 1 on 9, yet I shine. And though they divine false calls against me, Yahweh Tsevaoth is mine heavenly referee. Yea, he calleth the shots, each miss and make doth he dictate. Although I dream shake amiss just to badly miss, and though the point guard shields not his disdain, as I drive down the lane into a wall of defenders, Yahweh, mine heavenly referee, giveth me the benefit of the doubt. The defence and the offence are subtly of synonymous clout, as they complain and shout round about. But lo, am I their enemy? Nay, El forbid, for Yahuwah, who never sleepeth nor slumbereth, hath never missed a call, as some men count lack of transparency. He is faithful and just, and doeth not iniquity. His name is Yahusha Sedek, and the Lord of Justice. Win or lose, the results remain clear. The year of his redeemed is ever so near. Even as I came unto mine own, and they received me not. Though we are of the same vicinity, and oft time kindred, yet hast thou rejected me. Diligently make I available innumerable benefits of mine might and stature. Though I jump not to rebound that which returneth unto me as void, still I put it back into the bank for a basket. When I missed, thou sayest unto me, why missed thou on account of thine might and stature? If I say unto thee, why missed thou thy defensive assignments in hopes of me to recover thee in grace and mercy, whilst mine assigned adversary is not in like manner dormant? Yet thou still deflect, and even in doing so, making railing accusations. Then hath it come to pass that I departed from the midst of your ungrateful hearts, and was found of them that sought me not, with hope that when I returned to thee, O my people, thou wouldst recognize me, that thou wouldst see the salvation of Yahweh, that thou wouldst befriend me, Isaiah. From time to time thou wouldst sing Hosanna, blessed be the rock. Oftentimes thou wouldst crucify me, only for me to resurrect in the glory of Yahweh El Shaddai. Then have I journeyed to many places, and have found acceptance in them. They sing, blessed be Bynum, for he hath great might and power, according to he who liveth forever and ever. Their hearts are flooded with gladness at mine appearing. Yet when I return unto you, O my people, ye condescend when I choke. Yea, as I eat the barbecue chicken in the fields of the forest with gladness, seek ye a pretext that I may vomit it out. Though ye say mine advantage is unfair, thy impudence waileth a cry of loud subordination. Yet, as ye insubordinately ponder in mine courts amongst yourselves, who is worthy to sit next to the league's greatest, the throne of the Mount of Rushmore, I say unto you, who is it that shall ascend in unto that great and mighty hill? The league is mine, and the players therein, the coaches and commissioner thereof. For it hath been founded upon the Lake of Michigan, and finalized in 1996. Moreover, I say, who hath ascended into my subdued hill, or unto whom hath been permitted permission, as to stand in the presence of the leagues most high? Is it likewise not written, who shall ascend into the hill of Yahuwah, or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing from Yahweh, and righteousness from the Elah of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Yaakov, Selah. And as in the direct accord of this similitude, it shall then come to pass that Yahuwah, and my Eloah, the Eloah over all of Yasharel, shall establish his kingdom on earth. Then in him will mine lamentation be turned into triumph. Moreover, it shall come to pass in that day, the 13th year journeyman from the Bronx, who, wherein, as in this proverb, hath it formerly been said, canst anything good come forth from the Bronx? Yea, shall it be made known as least acknowledged, most beloved, the Lamb over all the league? For the goat hath been separated by the angels, and thus are no more remembered. For Yah hath both spoken it, and will perform it in his season.